The dark web. The name itself conjures images of shadowy figures and illicit activities. It is a place shrouded in mystery, whispered about in hushed tones. Most people only hear about the dark web in connection with crime, drug trafficking, arms dealing, even hitmen for hire. While these activities do exist, they are only a small part of a much larger, more complex ecosystem. The truth is, the dark web is more than just a haven for criminals. It is a place of contradictions where the darkest corners of humanity collide with surprising acts of altruism. It is a digital realm where freedom of information reigns supreme, but where danger lurks around every corner. In this essay, we will delve into the depths of the dark web, exploring both its sinister side and its potential for good. We will learn how to access it safely and the precautions one must take when navigating its hidden pathways. Prepare yourself, dear reader, as we journey into a world few have seen, the hidden world of the dark web. To understand the dark web, we must first understand its place within the broader internet landscape. Imagine an iceberg. The tip, the part we see above the water, represents the surface web, the websites we visit every day using search engines like Google. This is where we shop online, read the news and connect with friends on social media. But beneath the surface lies a vast, submerged world, the deep web. This hidden realm comprises everything not indexed by standard search engines. It includes databases, academic journals, private networks, and even parts of the internet intentionally hidden for security reasons. The dark web, then, is a small, secluded corner of this deep web. It exists on overlay networks requiring specialized software like the Tor browser to access. This anonymity-focused browser routes your internet traffic through a series of relays, making it extremely difficult to trace your location or online activity. Think of it like this. The surface web is a bustling city centre, while the deep web is a vast, sprawling countryside. The dark web, then, is a secluded forest clearing within that countryside, difficult to find, accessible only through specific paths and shrouded in an air of mystery. Accessing the dark web might sound daunting, but the process itself is relatively simple. The most common method involves using the Tor browser, a free and open source software designed specifically for accessing the dark web. Tor stands for the Onion Router, referring to its multi-layered encryption process. When you use Tor, your internet traffic is bounced through a series of volunteer-run relays located around the world. Each relay encrypts your data, making it extremely difficult for anyone to track your online activity back to your location. Once you have downloaded and installed the Tor browser, you can access dark websites by entering their addresses, which typically end in onion instead of .com or .org. These addresses, known as onion links, are not indexed by traditional search engines and can only be accessed through the Tor network. However, it's crucial to remember that anonymity does not equal invulnerability. While the Tor browser provides a high level of privacy, it is essential to take additional precautions when venturing into the dark web. We will discuss these safety measures in greater detail later on. Perhaps the most infamous aspect of the dark web is its online marketplaces. These digital bazaars operate outside the reach of law enforcement and regulatory bodies, offering a platform for buying and selling virtually anything imaginable, legal or illegal. The most notorious of these marketplaces, Silk Road, gained notoriety for its role in facilitating the sale of illegal drugs. Its founder, Ross Ulbricht, was eventually apprehended and sentenced to life in prison. However, Silk Road's demise did little to deter the proliferation of similar marketplaces. Today, countless dark web marketplaces offer a dizzying array of illicit goods and services. Weapons, stolen data, counterfeit documents, and even hacking tools are readily available to those who know where to look. Transactions are typically conducted using cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which offer a degree of anonymity. But these marketplaces are not for the faint of heart. The risk of scams is high, and law enforcement agencies actively monitor these sites, often setting up sting operations to catch unsuspecting buyers and sellers. Section 5. A platform for truth, legitimate uses of the dark web. Despite its association with criminal activity, the dark web is not without its legitimate uses. In fact, for many people around the world, it serves as a vital tool for communication, information sharing, and even political activism. Journalists, whistleblowers, and human rights activists often rely on the dark web's anonymity to communicate securely and share sensitive information without fear of reprisal. Platforms like SecureDrop allow sources to anonymously submit documents and tips to media organizations, protecting their identities and ensuring the free flow of information. In countries with oppressive regimes and strict censorship laws, the dark web provides a lifeline to the outside world. It allows citizens to access blocked websites, communicate freely with each other, and organize protests without fear of government surveillance. Even some universities and research institutions host forums and discussion boards on the dark web, providing a space for academics and experts to discuss controversial or sensitive topics without fear of censorship or professional repercussions. Section 6. Treading carefully. Security risks and precautions. While the dark web can be a valuable tool for good, it is crucial to remember that it is also a dangerous place. Anonymity, while empowering, also attracts malicious actors seeking to exploit unsuspecting users. One of the most significant risks on the dark web is malware. Hackers often lurk in the shadows, waiting to prey on unsuspecting users who might accidentally download malicious software. This malware can steal your personal information, monitor your keystrokes, or even hijack your computer for nefarious purposes. Scams are also rampant on the dark web. Marketplaces are often riddled with fraudulent listings, and even seemingly legitimate vendors might disappear with your money without a trace. It is essential to exercise extreme caution when engaging in any financial transactions on the dark web. Finally, remember that law enforcement agencies are well aware of the dark web's existence and actively monitor it for illegal activity. Engaging in any unlawful activities, even if you believe you are anonymous, can have serious legal consequences. Section 7. Surprising discoveries and hidden knowledge. The dark web, despite its reputation, is also a repository of hidden knowledge and surprising discoveries. Researchers, journalists, and activists often use it to share information that might be censored or restricted in other parts of the internet. You can find rare and obscure documents, forums dedicated to niche topics, and even academic research that is not readily available on the surface web. However, navigating this wealth of information requires a discerning eye and a cautious approach. Section 8. Anonymity on the dark web. Anonymity is one of the defining features of the dark web. Tools like Tor and I2P are designed to obscure your identity and location, making it difficult for anyone to trace your online activities. This sense of anonymity can be both liberating and dangerous. On the one hand, it allows whistleblowers and activists to communicate without fear of reprisal. On the other hand, it provides cover for illegal activities and malicious actors. It's important to understand the limitations of these tools and to always use them with caution. Section 9. The future of the web. We don't see. The dark web is constantly evolving and its future is uncertain. Advances in technology, changes in law enforcement strategies, and shifts in public perception will all play a role in shaping what comes next. Some experts believe that the dark web will continue to grow, becoming an even more integral part of the internet. Others predict that increased regulation and enforcement will limit its reach. Whatever the future holds, the dark web will remain a fascinating and complex part of our digital landscape.